Shalom. Today, we're going to talk about 6 things that you should practice or you should do and you should know while you're in your 20s. Or even if you're 18 right now, this still can be applied to you. Number 1, nobody cares. Nobody cares about you, bro. Like throughout this, like your early teen, like your late teens, early 20s in your life, I would say probably about age 29, 28, depends on where you are in life, things will really look like they're turning around. And let me explain why. Throughout this phase of your life, you're gonna be still figuring out what you want in life. More than likely, you're gonna still be figuring out, your career path. You're still gonna be, more than likely, you're gonna make dumb decisions. But the top reason is because you're not going to have a certain amount of resources and connections that you really need to really propel your life in a type of direction where you have levels of stability in different aspects of your life. Really, that phase in your life is really about building. Okay, nothing is really established. Now, you do have some unicorns out there where they may have gotten some opportunity, took it paid off, and their life turn around quickly. But that's rare. Or you may have the persons who may have some family ties, or they have a strong family foundation, and they help you out, but your mind shouldn't even be there. I mean, nobody's gonna care about you. Nobody's gonna care about the parties that you attend. Nobody's gonna care about the designer that you wear. Nobody's gonna come to save you in your times of needs. So you have to put your best foot forward and really try to always make sure that you have a plan. And it doesn't stop there. If you have a plan, make a backup plan, because things don't always go the way we want them. And in life, I've learned that it's better when you know how to be flexible. All right, so overall, nobody cares, man. So you just have to really get that in your head and use that to motivate you to continue to work on yourself. Number 2, stop chasing women. Stop chasing women, bro. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not. Now realize I said chase. I did not say pursue, because pursuing a female is different from chasing her, right? So women, way less women will care about you throughout this phase of your life, and you just have to live with that, because you have to understand that during that time, those females are in their prime. That is the time of their lives when they get the most attention that they will ever get. And of course, as they age, that attention lessens, but we're not getting into that. My point is this: most of the females that you meet will not be interested in really trying to do anything with you on a serious level, or maybe that the level that you are interested on that time. I mean, sure, if it's probably something casual, then more than likely you will get that, but at the same time, I'm not encouraging that type of behavior. I'm just saying you're not gonna really find that female throughout that phase of your life where you really need, bro. Because honestly, there's just certain things that you will learn only from experiencing a relationship. There are just some things that you can't learn unless, and I've grown to understand that. And another thing is, when you chase women, you waste time, you waste resources, you waste money, and you potentially put yourself at risk, bro, because you're gonna be trying to do the most, you're gonna try to be impressing, you're gonna try to be competing, especially with probably about 50 guys, 50 other guys who's probably trying to get to her. That's exaggerated, but it's not impossible. But you get the idea. Stop chasing women. It's not worth your time. Instead, that time that you would take to be chasing females, go work on your body, go work on your mind, go work on your finances, and try to get your stuff together if you haven't. Okay? That's really what you should be putting all of that time in. Now, I'm not saying that you will never find that type of female that you may want for, you know, a serious relationship, but during that phase of your life, it's rare. It's rare. But if you do, make sure that you are ready. And that's something that we're going to tap into later on. Number three, a lot of people may get triggered by this, but number 3 is avoid single mothers, bro. Avoid single mothers. Especially if you're under the age of 26, avoid single mothers, because you gotta understand, in most cases, they're just seeking somebody to lessen that load off their shoulders. You know, that's really what most cases turn out to be. They just want help. They probably feel lonely, and you know, they just want somebody to really occupy their time, you know, give them a little extra money to, I don't know, cover the rent and pay the school fee, buy groceries, I don't know. But in a lot of cases, that's really what it boils down to. And you know, you got to understand that this is no insult to single mothers out there, but single mothers are the easiest type of women to get, bro. Because plenty of women, especially if she's pretty, if she's attractive, she got a nice body, usually they don't take life seriously to a certain degree until after they get that baby, bro. And that is why they're the easiest to get, because during that time of their life, they're starting to think about the future. They're starting to crave a certain level of stability. They want more from relationships. And that's why they're the easiest to get. But I'm not saying that as any disrespect to single mothers. Now, there are exceptions, and there are exceptions in everything. Now, exceptions for dating a single mom, right? If you're gonna pursue that, then I would recommend that you at least be at the age of 25, man. Like below that, you're not. I don't see you being ready for that type of responsibility, no matter how mature you may be right here. And it boils down to the things that you have physically also, as it relates to like resources, money, time, all of that, right? But the exceptions would be, let's say that she has her stuff together and she has one child. Then, I mean, sure, because if she's financially stable, she's able to maintain her life and her child's life without any form of help or any form of, let's say, pressure or hard pressure, then that's fine. Because if you go in the picture, then really you would just be like a compliment, you know, given that she doesn't expect you to replace that child's father. But that's the only exception that I have. However, you have some unicorns out there who are single moms, and they're, I don't know, they're amazing. I have met like 2 in my lifetime, and yeah, they're very amazing women. So, but essentially what I'm saying, just avoid them as best as you can. But at the same time, there are exceptions, but I don't recommend you do that if you're under the age of 25. Because below that, bruv, there are certain experiences that you will need to really be able to meet that lady on a certain level maturely, right? And a lot of the times, the ones that you will get are usually older. Because I've dated a single parent woman before, and at the time, well, she was 10 years older than I am. At the time, I was 19. I thought that, I was ready for all of that responsibility, but I wasn't. The relationship aspect was cool and all, but there is another level of depth to it, and that's why I'm saying that's not something that you should take lightly. That's all I'm saying. Number 4. Now, number four is don't sleep around. Now, don't sleep around should be a no-brainer. Not only is it immoral, but it opens you up to a higher risk of getting an STI or a STD. It also makes you too available and too accessible, bro. And that's not something that anyone really desires, to be a quality of a person that they want. No, you don't want to be with somebody who anybody can have, right? No, exactly, right? And not only that, doing these type of things can get you into toxic situations or even put your life at risk, because let's say you're sleeping around and you maybe be messing with this chick that has a crazy dude. Pull up to her house, next thing you know, the guy shows up, and then yeah, the rest is history. But really, instead of sleeping around, let's say if you're at a stage in life, this doesn't really matter your age, but if you're mentally at a stage where you know what you want as it relates to the romantic aspect of your life, you're serious, and you are willing to do the work that it takes, then I would highly recommend that you date with the intention of finding something long term. Take your time. You don't need to rush, because at the end of the day, if you know what you want, you're willing to do the work, and you're there, you're ready, then there shouldn't be any rush. So please don't sleep around. Especially in Jamaica, there is this culture where we teach our young men to be so-called gallus, is what they call it, where you're basically a man whore. That's really what it is. And I don't support that behavior. I'm not normalizing that. I believe that as a man, you should have sexual discipline, and you should have some standards as well, bro. You should have some standards. So take that time to either work on your fitness, work on your relationship with Yah, and really just doing anything that will make you feel more empowered and really adds value to you as a person. That's really it. Number 5. Now, number 5 is work hard. Work hard on yourself. Work hard on your finances. Work hard on your goals. Work hard on your style. Work hard on building your relationship with Yahuah and Yahusha. Now, you guys may be wondering, what am I talking about? So for me, I'm not a religious person, but I love the Most High, I love our Creator, and I practice the Paleo Hebrew. That's what we would refer to as ancient Hebrew. So I practice the old ways, and it's not really old because it really never changed. But anyways, I'm not going to get into that. But yes, Yahuah means the Father, which is our Most High, our Creator. Yahusha is the Son or Messiah. So I just wanted to clarify that I'm not getting into all of that, but basically what I'm saying is, build a spiritual relationship with the Most High, because that is something that is going to take you far, and it is the right path to take in life. So it really is a no-brainer. You really shouldn't really think too hard about that, because if you know that there are things in your life that you shouldn't be doing, then you should be working on getting rid of those habits, right? Or that type of lifestyle. The next one is work hard on your relationships. Now this can be friendships, romantic relationships, relationships with your parents, relationships with your siblings, relationship with business partners, co-workers, whatever it may be. Work on them, because relationships take you a far way in life. You cannot do it all on your own. I am telling you that. You may set out and you say that, oh, I'm gonna go get her, I'm gonna go this, I'm gonna go that, bam. You can only go as far until you burn out. I'm telling you that. There is going to become a time when you're gonna ask for help, you're gonna beg for help. And during that time, more than likely, you probably won't even realize that is what you're doing, because at that point you would be like lost within yourself. But anyways, that's not something that we're getting into right now. And the last thing is work hard on networking. Throughout the early 20s of your life, forming relationships as it relates to the business aspect of things really can help you in the long run, and it will help you to like open doors to really build the financial aspect of your life, or even with personal development. So network, make connections. It can never hurt you. All right. So number six is avoid relationships that you are not ready for. Let me repeat. Avoid relationships that you are not ready for. Now, this could be any type of relationship. It could be a friendship, a partnership, romantic relationship, any shit, bro. Basically, why I'm warning you to do this is because, number one, you will cause pain if you intentionally hurt that person. And what I mean by intentionally, like you go out there, you do something that you know you're not supposed to do, and then bam, you hurt the person. And this can happen inside of a friendship or a romantic relationship, or even a partnership as it relates to business. You know you're not supposed to do something and you still go ahead and do it, bro. You're gonna cause pain. The next thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna waste others time. Now I'm not even caring or being concerning about your time, because you already don't value your time, so you're just out here wasting people's time. That is another thing that you do. And another thing that you also do is you create monsters, man. Like, this is real. Like, when you hurt people, not a lot of people think the way I do, whereas we forgive, we learn, and we move on. You have people who hold on to stuff, and certain events can cause trauma. And like I recently, well, not recently, but for the last 4 or 5 months, about the last 5 to 6 months, I discovered I had some trauma from my relationship back then, and I dealt with it and I learned from it, and I got to really understand how trauma really affects people. Because throughout my life, I've heard people say they have trauma, but I've never really understood the severity of it until I was in the position. So yes, when you do certain things, G, it affects people and it turns them into monsters. And break that cycle. Just don't do it. If you know you're not ready to have a friendship. Now, a friendship means that, okay, you have this person, you guys communicate, you share stuff, If you know you're not in the position or the mental state to really reciprocate any value or respect any boundaries that that friend that you're with, if you know you're not able to reciprocate, G, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. If you know that you're interested in a certain business and you know that you are not ready to take on a certain level of responsibility and really willing to make certain sacrifices, do not go there, man. Do not. If you know that you're not ready for a long-term relationship, do not go out there and seek one. Because seek and you shall find. And Yah tells us that, he helps those who helps themselves. If you go out there and you know you're not ready for a serious relationship, let's say you meet a female and she's decent, she's not promiscuous, which would mean automatically she's not a hoe. She dressed modestly. She knows how to be seductive. She's very feminine. She knows how to be submissive. She supports you and she communicates well. You know in yourself that you don't have half of that, man. Why would you go ahead and just go in? Look, I understand nobody's perfect. Nobody will ever be perfect. And nobody will ever be fully ready for anything in life. But there are certain things that needs to be established before. Because I'm not telling you to wait until, oh, you're 100% sure. No, but certain things are just foundational, man. Certain things are just mandatory. Because the truth is, in whatever relationship you may have, that relationship will come to a point where it struggles, and that's just natural. It will come to a point where you may do something unintentionally and it will hurt that person. It hurts them because they care about you, they love you, whatever, right? But those situations are different. When you go in and you know in yourself that, yo, I'm not ready for this, this is not what I want, that is what really makes the difference. So again, avoid relationships that you're not ready for. And I will make a video that talks about relationships, the different types of relationships, and the different stages that relationships goes through. But I just want to give all praises to my Eloah, Yahuah, the Most High, and our Messiah, Yahusha HaMashiach. Now, shalom. I wish you guys a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next video.